So it's not working. So then what do you do when you're the organization? The reason why organizations have players, former players, retired players as special assistants. We had Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer, Tony Perez, Hall of Famer, Jeff Conine, Mr. Marlin. The Red Sox, David Ortiz, Hall of Famer. Why? Why do you have them employed? Do you think it's to make you feel good? It does. Absolutely love watching games. You learn so much. You become so close with them. But moments like these, because what you do is you say to Big Papi, excuse me, this is John Henry calling, do me a solid here. You're going to have to explain to people exactly what was going on because I'm tired of taking the heat. And so David Ortiz did to Ken Rosenthal, our friend from The Athletic, who was a guest on the show last week, gave some quotes that were special. Because remember, David Ortiz was questioning what was going on with Devers and the Red Sox, pretty much in disbelief that there was an issue. But boy, did David Ortiz pop right into place when this trade happened, because he knows where his bread is buttered. And he said, that's a message for all young players who think they turn out to be bigger than the game. I'm not saying that Devers was like that. He's humble. He's a good kid. But sometimes when you're young and immature, you don't realize that. That's quite a message against the player. There is some sulling going on as a way to explain what's going on. But fans would much rather hear from the player than the front office. So David Ortiz, when he comes out supporting the front office in this transaction, it's supposed to take heat off the front office for making the transaction. And so Ortiz's words were chosen carefully. He was talked to about how to position this. How you think it's a coincidence that David Ortiz says, hey, I tried reaching out to him to try to teach him a few things. He never returned my calls. It's pretty common that young players, think about when go back to when you go back to a reunion and the people who are there current day at your high school or college, they're sort of like, get these old people out of here. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that all of our players understood the gravitas of having Hall of Famers around or having Mr. Marlin. Sometimes they didn't pay attention. Sometimes they'd never heard of them. There's all sorts of scenarios that come up, and that's just life. But the reality is that Ortiz carried the water for John Henry and for Craig Breslow and Sam Kennedy. Why? Because Ortiz was pretty simple to explain it. It's business. In business, things happen. When you've got a lot of money involved, sometimes you pay for what you expect, and sometimes it doesn't work out. It's nothing personal. It's a part of business. That was David Ortiz trying to explain to fans why this trade happened.